Hi, it's UHD Carlson here, and nowadays it seems like superhero movies are everywhere. They've become a massive Hollywood moneymaker with people going to see them in droves, and many of these movies breaking box office records. But believe it or not, there was a time when superhero movies were a very niche thing and were very hit and miss in their execution, to the point that they were nowhere near what they are today. And in 1999, there was a very unlikely film release that bombed at the box office, but something of a cult classic when it scored at least decent reviews with critics. The movie I'm talking about is Mystery Men. This was released in the year 1999. Unfortunately, it didn't do the best at the box office. It had to face competition from movies like The Blair Witch Project, and it's one of those things, I think if it had been released, a decade later, it could have been a smash success. But when this came out, we were still a few years off from the first Spider-Man movie, and I think people had superhero fatigue because, again, we were just coming off of Batman and Robin, which didn't exactly do the genre any favors. I'm going to unbox this release, share some opinions, and let you know if I recommend this package from Kino Lorber or not. There's our cover art with all of our heroes together. Back cover with our photos from the film, special features, description, credits, legalese, other info. Here's our artwork underneath, pretty much the same thing. In the case, we've got our discs, no real surprises there. I'll read the description of the film as follows. Brand new HDR Dolby Vision Master from a 4K scan of the original camera negative. They're not your classic heroes. They're the other guys. The hippest cast in history has united for this hilarious and thoroughly original misadventure. When Captain Amazing, Champion City's legendary superhero, falls into the hands of the evil madman Casanova Frankenstein and his disco-dancing henchmen, there's suddenly a chance for the Mystery Men to show what they can do. They're a ragtag team of superhero wannabes featuring Mr. Furious, whose power comes from his boundless rage, the Shoveler, a father who shovels better than anyone, the Blue Raja, a fork-flinging mama's boy, the Bowler, who fights crime with the help of her father's skull, the Spleen, whose power is pure flatulence, Invisible Boy, who's only invisible when no one's watching, and the Sphinx, a cliche-spewing philosopher. They become the funniest team of villain vanquishers ever assembled in this wild and witty superhero spoof. I mean, when this movie came out, the thing it was probably best known for is it prominently featured the song All Star by Smash Mouth, which became a big hit. And the music video for that actually used, clips and characters from Mystery Men. Sadly, that video ended up being far more popular than the film that inspired it. But the movie, despite bombing at the box office, actually is, very funny, action-packed, and entertaining. Believe it or not, I never saw this movie when it first came out, or even got a home video release. I never saw it until it got this 4K from Kino Lorber. Better late than never, I guess. But I mean, listen to the cast here. There's some pretty good names here, Hank Azaria, Janine Garofalo, Eddie Izzard, Greg Kinnear, William H. Macy, Kel Mitchell, Paul Rubens, Jeffrey Rush, Ben Stiller, Tom Waits, Wes Studi. You've definitely got talents on hand here, and there are some great scenes that mix action and comedy effortlessly. But one of the biggest things about this movie I liked was its production design. The look of Champion City, it's practically the star of the show. I mean, this seems like it could be sort of a distant cousin to the Gotham City of the Tim Burton Batman movies. And I love what's around every corner in this movie, even if some of the CG isn't exactly the most convincing thing almost a quarter century later. But I have to say, despite some minor negligible flaws, this is a great superhero spoof, and the only thing really wrong with it was when it was released. If this had come out a decade later, it could have been a smash hit in the age of superheroes. Unfortunately, this predates the age of superheroes on film becoming the mainstream moneymaker they are today, and nowadays it's pretty much relegated to cult classic status. But I, for one, am happy that I got to go back and discover this movie. Picture quality on the disc actually looks very good. This is the kind of movie that the 4K format was made for. You get a lot of scenes at night and deep, dark, shadowy scenes in Champion City, and those are reflected very well in the 4K format. Of course, there's plenty of neon lights and things to go around in this town, and I mean, the only thing more colorful than the characters' personalities are the lights of this city, and all of it looks absolutely fantastic on this disc. It is nice to see that Kino Lorber gave us some new bonus features as well, including some stuff with the director, production designer, visual effects supervisor, historian on film music, an original spotlight on location featurette on the making of the movie, deleted scenes in a trailer, and even an audio commentary with the director. So this is certainly not a bare bones package. Kino Lorber has done it again, and it's nice to see this cult classic get a reissue and a worthy 4K disc that, from what I can tell, blows away any prior release of the movie. Have you ever seen Mystery Men? And what did you think of this movie, if you saw it? Comment down below and let me know what you think. Also, remember to subscribe to this channel for more content. I'm always posting new videos. And be sure to give this one a like if you found it helpful. I'm Taylor T. Carlson. I'll see you next time.